Good morning. It's Monday morning. I think you're going to hear my cat complaining due to her perceived lack of good service. So I apologize for that. I don't know where she went. There she is. Okay, so first I want to talk about, I'm going to really mess up this page. I want to talk about let's see what happens if I flip this around. Let's see what I could do. Okay, so I want to talk about the boat piece that I said I wasn't happy with yet. So I was reminded as I was trying to embellish it more that this collage journal is really about using new tools and experimenting, and like it's a place to play in many ways, because so I have these they're like paint markers. I don't know what kind of paint it is, but they're good for things like painting on rocks, smooth rocks. I actually drew on a glass jar, which was really cool. So yeah, they're fade and water resistant, so they're very bright. So I was like, oh, let's play with these paint markers. So I wanted to put these dots. I talked about the rays of the sun, and sometimes when you push on the tip, a lot of ink comes out. So I got an ink splot. I don't know if you can see it. And then I was like, all the other dots looked perfect, and that one has too much ink. So I got a paper towel and I was trying to blot it up, and now there's like a yellow stain behind that dot. But I was like, oh, that's cool. That's kind of interesting, a yellow stain. But while I was doing that, somehow I dripped some yellow paint down here out of the marker. And then I was like, okay, well, now we're just playing. So then I actually found another little fish to put here, which I love. And then I put some morbid red paint dots here, and then I actually did a red smudge here. So I kind of like the way it turned out, because the mistakes ended up looking, more intentional. And again, I was like, this is a place to play. So I'm happy with how it came out, even though it's a bit morbid. I'm not sure what to... Oh, I named it Sailing in Shark-Infested Waters. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's that. So I am considering that done now. Very happy about that. Then I was working on the latest assignment. It's looking a bit messy. I don't know if I'm going to like it when it's done, but so I have the organic garbanzo beans label as something from the grocery. Then I cut out this mushroom out of the penis watercolor, right? And I also took a flower out of the watercolor. And then I cut out a piece of a list I had made. And then I took this out of my favorite book. And then I cut a star, and then it wanted a piece of washi tape. And I have this washi tape, which I don't know if you can see, but it's all like really old maps. So, I've just kind of got this all glommed on here. The map part, the wide map washi tape is at the top. So I'm still kind of just making sure how exactly I want to stick this all together. I think it's just going to look a bit chaotic a bit more chaotic than normal, but I have to sit down and really decide how to do that. Okay, so the other thing is the postcards. So I got all the backgrounds cut out, and now I have to glue each of the backgrounds onto a postcard. Then I finished cutting out all of the characters from the children's book, and then I have to, this one I think I know it's going to go on here. I do love that black and white guy. He's pretty amazing. So then I have to kind of decide how to fit the backgrounds with the characters so that they kind of look interesting. So that's my next thing on that. And then I will have to, I think I kind of mentioned a saying I could use some kind of quote, the juxtaposition of a chaotic world and silliness and joy. So I'll come up with something for that. Yeah, so then I can look at my next assignment, I guess. Oh, something with a bit of pink. I think I have a lot of things that fit into that. A place. Okay, so I could even use this washi tape again because it is maps, or I can find another place in the atlas that I have. Piece of newspaper. I don't know if I have that. A form or portion, blank or filled. Text other than English. I'm gonna either have to get some more Spanish language or some other language materials, or I'm gonna have to keep using those instructions that I have. I didn't know that would show up so many times, although I don't really see it again on here. And then an art scrap. These are technically art scraps that I put in this jar when I cut something up and there's like a little bit left, so I'll have to see what's in there. But I don't know what I'm going to do for newspaper or a portion of a form. So I'm going to have to really look into that. Okay, so I think that is all I have to report this morning. I hope you had a great weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.